Hey you guys, welcome back to our channel. So today we're gonna talk about what Miss Mirla had to tell y'all about what really had happened between her and Mr. Gill. So let's get into it.
You know, you got some high cheekbones. Your cheekbones way up here.
Mm-hmm.
You keep on count.
Yeah. LY.
Welcome back, KOED family. Welcome back to another video. Kourtney and Eddie. I'm Eddie, aka E-Dub. This is my lovely wife with the high cheekbones.
Courtney, also known as Coco. How long you been with me and you just not knowing my cheekbones high?
Yeah, actually, I just noticed that. Anyway, this is Kourtney and Eddie. This channel is all about relationship reviews, and today, we're gonna be talking about Mirla and her reason why she dumped Gill. I don't know why. I still don't believe her, but hey, it is what it is.
So if you're brand new to this channel, you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. And if you're watching us on Facebook, hush. Make sure you hit like and follow. I'm gonna say subscribe or scribe or strap or something. I'm just throwing it out there. So yeah, make sure if you're on Facebook, hit like and follow, and on all social media sites, comment down below. Now, before we get into it, what I'm wearing today is called Everything. I think it's a lipstick called Everything from the Lip Bar. So if you want to get makeup from the Lip Bar, then definitely go to the link below and use our promo code KOEDFAM to get a discount.
And also, go to our store, kourtneyandeddie.com, to get some merch, like this hat and this hat, because she ain't wearing nothing. Why are you wearing nothing?
Why you ain't wearing nothing?
I am wearing the hat.
And what is that you wearing on your shirt?
Knowing is half the battle.
Doggone G.I. Joe.
G.I. Joe. That's right. The best motto in human history. Knowing is half the battle. G.I. Joe.
Let's go on, because they ain't paying us for that. All right, you guys. So let's go ahead and get into it. So today what I'm going to do is read off an article that was on Reality TV with B. I'm guessing that's the way. Or it's Reality would be. One of the two.
Reality would be.
So I think it's, yeah, anyway.
Let me get to the story, child.
So this is season 13 of Married at First Sight. Mirla reveals why she chose to end her marriage to Gill after decision day. Exclusive interview. So this is kind of lengthy. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna read off of the question they asked her. I'm gonna read off her comment on that, and then we're just gonna review it. Yeah, step by step.
We ain't reviewing it. We talking about it. We discussing the
dialogue.
That's not a review.
A review gotta be a watch.
Yes.
Okay, we're just gonna talk about it. That's what he said. All right.
Yeah, you're joking.
Season 13 of Married at First Sight hit. Season of 13 Lifetime's hit, Married at First Sight, was a roller coaster filled with more drama than most seasons. One couple, Gill and Mirla, gave viewers a brief reprieve from their highs and their lows. The other couple's experience. As each week progressed and they grew closer and closer, fans truly believed they were watching a love story unfold. However, there is a however.
However. But.
The Married at First Sight reunion show brought some shocking moments with this beloved couple that sent the audience reeling.
Here we go.
Just 14 days after decision day, Mirla wanted to end her marriage to Gill.
Say what?
He was devastated.
No, he wasn't.
Yeah, he was.
He was.
Yeah, he was.
Oh, wow.
What had happened in just 2 short weeks after decision day to get her to this point?
What happened?
What were the deal breakers?
Who knows?
What is her relationship with the castmate Johnny?
I don't know.
I had the chance to ask Mirla these tough questions and more.
Wow.
She did not hold back. Let's get straight into this interview.
And you read all that for what purpose?
Then let y'all know.
Let y'all know.
Okay, why don't we start with why you decided to apply for Married at First Sight? So this is the question that
This will be close to you.
That ain't right. They're popping your joints.
Oh, my back. Don't make me laugh. I was trying to get close to you. I was trying to call brother old.
So why don't we start with why you decided to apply for the show? When we know she said that.
Yeah.
What type of man were you looking for? We know she said that, but I'm gonna say this. I asked the expert for a God-fearing, financially stable, driven, kind, tall, dark and handsome man. Y'all said that she didn't like black men, but tall, dark, and handsome. bald and beardless. Something I said I didn't want as well, but not a deal breaker.
Well, there you go. She wants somebody with hair and a beard. Okay. He didn't have a beard or hair.
But he grew that beard afterwards.
He did. Couldn't grow the hair, but he grew the beard. Go ahead, babe.
Did you want to say something about that?
Well, yeah, I'm going to say something about that.
Let me say this part, baby, because it may have something to do with that.
No, I was going to say something. Go ahead.
Okay, go ahead.
I was going to say, the 3 people in the room, she told y'all what she wanted, but y'all gave her the opposite. So some of this blame, well, actually, a lot of this blame go to you.
Mm-hmm. So next question. Were deal breakers listed in the areas you were unwilling to compromise? I was not willing to compromise on God-fearing, number 1, or financially stable.
Main one.
Meaning someone who knew how to manage their finances and was in a financial similar place as me. Healthy savings, investment, retirement spends within their means.
Basically, she didn't want nobody that was broke. And Gil wasn't broke in our eyes, but in her eyes, he was broke.
Yeah, no savings.
No savings, no 401k, no investments, no nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, baby?
Yeah.
And she didn't want nobody that was broke.
All right.
That's one put shirt. She didn't want nobody with a broke. That's my new shirt.
Okay. All right. Let's move on. Next question. Your persona. Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. Your personal comfort level is to take things slow physically. With patience from Gil, you warmed up to him and were very openly affectionate.
She was.
Gil had a great heart and good intentions as a husband.
He
this
did.
Is what she said.
That's a Mirla. Okay.
I saw that early on. Many conversations and interactions did not make the show, but we had a lot of fun together. Because y'all said what?
She was faking it. She was acting. She deserved an Oscar because she was acting so hard. No. Her right out of her own mouth.
Yep.
She grew to like this guy. They had a lot of fun. So the big question is, what had happened?
Yeah, what had happened?
What had happened?
Next question. Could you bring some clarity to telling Dr. Pepper that Gil made you happy every single day and was above and beyond what you prayed for, with the contrasting revelation that you were unhappy and never felt attraction chemistry with him? Her answer. Those statements held true in that conversation with Dr. Pepper. The other part of the conversation you didn't get to hear was, I was not initially attracted to him, but my attraction grew over the course of the experience. Let me say this part. I continue to focus on the positive and knew that although I'm not initially attracted to my husband, we are different in many aspects, as you guys clearly saw. I was always open to seeing if that would change, and it did. Again, my attraction to him grew. How many times you gotta say that?
Right.
Grew over the course of 8 weeks, and what you saw was me opening up because of that.
Well, we knew she wasn't attracted to Gil.
You knew, I did.
Yeah,
Y'all knew.
Yeah, because she said it. Come on now. We on our wedding day. You not going to kiss me in my mouth? Come on.
My mouth?
On my mouth. On my lips. No, it'd be kind of ugly kissing somebody in their mouth. But anyway, you're not going to kiss me on the lips on our wedding day? That was a telltale sign. And 2, she said she didn't want nobody bald with no beard. So of course she wasn't attracted to Gil on the first day. We get it. We knew that part, but still, you grew to like this guy. You said y'all had fun. Lots of fun. Thank you, baby. So what happened? What happened? That's the only question I want to know. What had happened? And while I keep saying that, I'm gonna say it with my hands like, what happened? Because I'm trying to pray for y'all.
So yeah, you're right. And so she kept saying, I grew to be attracted to him. I grew. So yes, she had lots of fun. So to pull down that narrative, she wasn't attracted to him. And initially in the beginning, y'all was right. She wasn't, but at the end, she still was.
Right.
That she had lots of fun. She enjoyed being around him. So let's move on to the next one. Okay. Let's see. One of the things viewers grew to love about you was how real you are. Clear and respectful communication was something you said you valued and had with your husband. When Gil said he was blindsided, it was difficult to reconcile that reaction with your words. Share some insight on why you weren't open and honest with how you were feeling. This is Mirla. I was open and honest. Unfortunately, the viewers don't get to see the entirety of the conversations that we had off camera. The rest of the conversations that you didn't get a chance to see with the experts and Gil was ultimately my emotions showed me that our life aspirations and our values coupled with the lack of financial stability were not aligned. Let me read that again. Ultimately, my emotions showed me that our life aspirations, where we're trying to go in life, our goals, our dreams, you know what I'm saying? Like you were saying, retirement, investment, our life aspirations, coupled along with our values and a lack of financial stability were not aligned. I was in a place where I felt disconnected. I shared my concerns, but he shut me down and dismissed my feelings in a disrespectful manner.
Okay, that's a lot to unpack right there. First of all, basically she was saying he was broke. You know, that was basically what she was saying. All that stuff you just said still ties into money and finances. Okay, now that's out the way. But the question I want to ask you, well, you might not know, because I don't know why I asked you. The question I'd like to ask her is, how did he disrespect you? What happened? Did he scream at you? Did he do something else to you? Did he dismiss your feelings? You know, we're hearing your side of the story. We would love to hear his side of the story.
Right.
Because, you know, yeah, it sounds good coming from you, but what did he do? You know, you've been vague.
Right. Right. Yeah, we definitely want to know what the disrespect was.
Right.
And I understand that, you know, hey, it's not our business, but when you go on reality TV, it is our business because we want to know. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Before you go, you're right. We want to know. You know why we want to know? Because knowing is half the battle, G.I. Joe.
So, she said she was in a place where she felt disconnected. And she shared her concerns, but Gil shut her down. And he dismissed her feelings in a disrespectful way. Did he dismiss them saying that, oh, you just a diva, oh, you just high maintenance, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, he could have said that you high maintenance because she does, as we said on the show, she chased money, or like, what it is, she allowed money to what?
Rule her life, or
I forgot how he phrased it. He said he don't let money
rule.
I forgot how he said it.
He probably what he's trying to say was
control.
No, he don't let money dictate his life.
Right.
You know, I mean, she does. She let money dictate her life.
Right.
And every move she makes is about money.
Yeah. So I mean, is that what it was? So yeah, she realized that, you know, after all of that. Okay, let's move on to the next question. Were there signs that were missed? The way Gil portrayed it, it sounded, now this is her. The way Gil portrayed it, it sounded like we had a marvelous 14 days and then bam, done. I ended the relationship. The actuality is it was 14 days of trying to discuss huge issues in our marriage, but also the lack of discussion and ownership of Gil's part played a huge part in me finally deciding to end it. Okay. So she blamed him, whatever big, huge part he played.
Okay, I'm going to say this about that. They still had this issue before decision day, finances. She was always questioning about finance before it's decision day. Apparently, it was still going on after decision day. And my issue with all this is this. If you had that problem and you had doubts about it on decision day, you should have said no on decision day. When you got doubts, get out. That's plain and simple.
Yep. So let's move on to this next one. It's understandable if the attraction wasn't there. This is the question. But given those circumstances, can you expound on the decision to then stay married and allow Gil to sell all his stuff?
All of it.
All his stuff?
All of it.
This has a little shade in it, so listen for it.
Yeah, very much so.
As I mentioned, my attraction was not initially there. We get there.
She keeps saying that. You know what? We're going to make a t-shirt. We're going to say, initially, my attraction was not. We're going to send it to her so she can wear it because, man.
But it grew. On decision day, I did have the doubts and concerns we discussed throughout the 8-week process, but I still had hope that our relationship would flourish. I shared with him and the experts on decision day, as I had done multiple times over the course of the experiment. I said, I made a choice to love you because I see the goodness in your heart. I'm not in love with you. And you know that, right? He agreed, and he communicated he was okay with that in front of the experts. I definitely know he did not sell everything because he has a storage unit. Shade.
Okay, what's in the storage unit though? You know,
the rest of his stuff.
Some people he probably had storage unit before he got married. Who knows how long he had the storage unit?
So she's saying basically he said everything, or she probably don't believe he sold nothing. He just threw it in the storage unit.
And all this is just allegations right now. Allegations.
It's just coming out of her mouth.
Yeah, like I said, we would like to hear his side of the story. You know, I can sit up there and spout, anything I want to say, to make my narrative look good. So you gotta keep that in mind also.
So moving on, next question. Another surprise was hearing on the reunion special that you were bothered when Gil called you a brat, diva, and high maintenance. You shared in the moment that you received it well, though.
Yeah, you did. I received it.
Yeah.
Like she was in church. I received it.
I was trying for this to not be an issue, but it got to be, this is Mirla part, this got to be an issue. But it got to a point where it did bother me. Reflecting back, I could have done a better job of telling him not to call me that. Those names were, not to call me those names more clearly. So yeah, she said she could have did a better job of telling him, no, don't call me that.
For an independent, strong woman like Mirla, if you had issues with him calling you that stuff, you should have been more blunt and assertive and tell him, hey, that stuff bothers me. Can you please stop calling me that because it's causing the issue? She could have easily done that.
Right.
And also, like we said once before in one of the other videos, Johnny called her that, did he not?
I think he did.
I know he did in confession.
He said he calmed her down.
Yeah, so you don't go off on him by calling you a diva and high maintenance, but you want to go off on the man that married you.
Well, maybe it's the way Gil said, because like you were saying, maybe it's the fact that he calling her that for her to change, but other people calling that to make, because, excuse me, let's be honest. When somebody calls another person, ooh, girl, you high maintenance, you a diva, that's kind of, some people take it as a little flattery. You know what I'm saying? It depends on how it's coming out of their mouth. Ooh, girl, you just a diva.
Some people just own it, man.
Look at you, high maintenance with your high maintenance. I can't afford to be around you, girl. So some people just take it as that, but maybe he was doing it and she felt it was malicious, which I don't think it was, but maybe it was requiring her to change.
I get that, but if it bothered her, she should have said something to him.
Yeah. She
should have been more blunt with it. That's all I'm saying. You supposed to be a strong, hardcore, independent, financial savvy woman, and you let this little poking and prodding that giving you bother you. If it bothers you, say something. It's not that hard. It's not that hard. It's not that hard.
All right, let's move on. It's not that hard.
It's not that hard.
And she talks about it. She said, I felt I communicated those things during our conversation by stating to him that I was not a diva. I was not none of that. Consistently asked him for examples in which, we both disagreed. When something is not true, I usually am not bothered by it. However, I was bothered to learn that he also was saying these things to others while I was not present. Wow. He did not disclose to me, as you saw. I never called him names.
Well, and if that's the case, I can kind of see why she bothered, okay, if he's going behind her back talking about it. But he's not calling out her name. Me personally, I don't think you call somebody a diva high maintenance. I don't think it's malicious. It's just me. That's just my opinion.
Yeah.
Some people might think it is, but my opinion,
I guess it's the tone and how you say it.
Even the tone it would bother.
But
some people.
Like on the reunion, she was just saying, you always call me a diva or high maintenance or whatever. She said, I've never been called those names, and so he was like, that's because you're around people that's just like you.
Maybe she's not used to hearing it. And when somebody finally said it to her, it got on her skin. Like you said, once you in a crowd and you're in a circle, it's nothing but divas and high maintenance people. You're not gonna, you feel at home. They're not gonna call because they just like you. You know what I'm saying? And who knows? she might be the poorest one in her inner circle. The people she's around might got more money than she does.
Maybe. Yeah, well, she shouldn't have been on this show. You too rich for our blood. Okay, next question. Because the question before that was like, you know, maybe the poking and stuff like that is just his way of being, you know, playful or saying
that. I play with her like that. I play with you like that. I poke at you. You poke at me.
So
you call me all kinds of names. Big Buddha, OBB. I take it in stride.
I don't say Big Buddha.
You say Buddha. You say
it's just stomach.
Yeah. So hey, if I was Mirla, I'd be you know, I'd be upset. But I know you do it in poking fun.
But you know what, Mirla may seem like she's sensitive.
I think she is. You're right.
She seems like she can dish all that harshness and I don't want my makeup to look like theirs. You know, she can dish all this because sometimes when people dish a lot of hardness, like, baby, they just as soft as just a loaf of bread, honey. They cannot take it at all.
Yeah, because we crack on each other all the time.
Baby,
all the time. So if she was around us, she showed be hating us then.
We gonna crack on you.
We gonna crack on you. Yeah, she crack on strangers.
I try to see and engage if you can take a little crack here and there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, some people can't take it.
They can't, so I just keep my thoughts to myself. Just to lighten the air, just have a little fun. Yeah. All right, so anyway, when asked, you told the experts that there were things that happened after decision day that didn't make you feel safe with Gil in making joint decisions about your financial future. Can you open up about that and impact us in why you made the decision to divorce him? Yes, that had a huge impact on my decision. Now I want to say this. I don't know who this blogger is or whatever.
She did a good job.
She did a good job, but who is she? I mean, you know what I'm saying? What would make her go to, you know, you have so many bigger platforms that we've heard of. I'm just trying to, and I'm not saying these people could be big. I don't know. I just never heard of them.
But she did a good job, in my opinion.
So, you know, her decision, yes, that had a huge impact. The finance had a huge impact on my decision. As you know.
What kind of impact?
Huge.
Huge. I told y'all.
As you know, I'm huge on financial stability.
Huge. Say it again, baby.
Huge.
Yeah.
You gotta do you. Huge. To me, that to me means that someone lives within their means, saves, and knows how to manage their finances. I ideally wanted someone who was in a similar financial position as I was.
She is telling y'all what the problem was. Go ahead, babe. I don't mean to cut y'all.
I became aware of some things post decision day that I was not okay with. What was he doing?
Yeah, what? Did he have a separate bank account?
Baby mama?
Did he have a baby mama? Another wife? Was he just really, really, really broke? Did he owe money to somebody?
You didn't like him taking care and sending money back to his family?
I think that's what it is. He probably sent a lot of money back to his family back at home. She didn't like that. Who knows?
Gil and I had multiple conversations about this and how it made me feel. Maybe it is that. Multiple. He did not see or acknowledge his actions, behavior in a way that was conducive to trust, respect in a marriage. There was some dishonesty I discovered. What was it, Mirla?
What was it? You're not saying it. You're saying it was.
All of these things led to me making the decision to end the marriage.
What was it? Spill the beans. You've been vague. Come on, talk to us.
Spill it.
That's why we need to hear Gil's side of the story.
Hone in further. Give us insight on what specifically happened in 14 days to take you to say no. To say no that you wanted hone in further. Give us insight on what specifically happened in 14 days to take you from saying you wanted to stay married on decision day, because y'all said you just faking it, to the breaking point of wanting a divorce. Ultimately, I reached a place where the feelings I felt coupled with the series of events and conversations beginning to deteriorate. I could no longer see myself staying in this marriage and decided to do what was best for Mirla and my future. Okay, we'll move on. Next question. It sounds like you and Gil agreed to live together a month, but it didn't go well. We were in a tough position on different pages and living together. Next question. What was the goal of that arrangement? Were you open to actively working on your relationship during that time? Or was your mind already made up? Listen to this. Listen, more shade. I accepted that this marriage was not going to work, but I was not going to ditch someone after going through this experiment together.
What you just did, though.
You ditched him on national TV. I mean, ditched him and dissed him.
Man, you left him on the doorstep, rung the doorbell, and ran. Now I do little babies leaving the doorstep.
Drop him off.
Yeah.
Gil will always be a part of my life.
Yeah, sure.
Because of what we went through. And there was still care and respect for one another. Sure. I thought we could go through this in an amicable way. Might have messed it up. However, continuing to live together was no longer the best option. I'm sorry, that wasn't a shady point, but it's coming. All right, next question. During this time, were you communicating your thoughts to each other? This is shady point. We continued to have conversations throughout these days about our relationship and even went to therapy together. We didn't know that. To get closure and figure out how we could both live together respectfully during this time. Live together.
So you go to counseling, to therapy, to figure out how to live together until you close the relationship? That's what you're trying to say?
I don't know. It says, okay, let's read that again. Maybe y'all caught it. We continue to have conversations throughout these days while they were still living together about our relationship and went to therapy together to get closure.
Okay, so...
And figure out how we could both live together respectfully during that time.
So basically, it sounded like to me, they went to therapy to try to figure out how to interact with one another while they're still living together until they dissolve the relationship.
Again.
That's what it sounded like to me, which is kind of weird, but go ahead.
She said, I'm glad he took my advice to continue therapy.
So she said, I'm going to drop you out of the doorstep, kick you to the curb, tear your heart out, and after all that's done, you still take your regular butt to therapy.
Yes.
And so, boy, she was ruthless for her.
At that point, I knew I was making the right decision to separate. So she's just pretty much saying that he needed more therapy because
he was hurt.
She was done.
Yeah, she was done, and she could probably tell he took it hard. So she probably recommend, hey, go to therapy and hopefully you get your life back together.
She said, because I told you I ain't love you anyway. Yeah. I was growing. I was trying. I was choosing. But I ain't love you anyway.
That's cold.
All right, next question.
I hope she didn't tell him like that, boy.
I hope not. Help us to understand that comfort level with what appeared as flirtatious behavior and innuendos regarding your relationship with Johnny. To viewers, it felt very cold and uncaring to openly do that in the presence of Gil, who just told Kevin Frazier he's still in love with you.
Yeah, it did. It sure did look cold.
All right. Many of you don't know me and how I can open up, especially with those I love dearly. I am very affectionate. I'm a very affectionate person with all my friends, male and female.
No.
Go ahead, baby.
This right here shows you she really didn't care for Gil, or she didn't, at first, okay? Because she wasn't affectionate towards him. But you saw the transition towards the middle of the season. She was affectionate towards him, okay? So that's when you notice that she really cared and liked him. Now, how she's spontaneously started showing affection to Johnny out of the blue, who knows, man? I don't get it, you know what I'm saying? But the way she did it, especially on the reunion, it was kind of malicious in my opinion and cold, and she didn't take Gil's feelings into consideration. But like I said, we just hear all this from her side of her story. But go ahead, I'm sorry.
Gil knows this about me and has been around Johnny and me. So I guess Gil had been around her and Johnny. So when Johnny rubbing doing all that,
I just don't see that though.
Joking.
Yeah, would Gil let his woman rub on another man like that in front of him?
Will he accept it?
Okay, let me rephrase that for y'all. Come after me.
Who knows let?
No. Will he be willing to accept his woman rubbing on another man? To me, that would be disrespectful. Let's reverse the role. Now, what if I'm rubbing on another woman, laughing and playing with her, rubbing on her in front of my wife? You think she'll accept that? Would you accept that?
You'll be like this on the next rub. Baby, all this will be gone.
It just be the nub. Be the nub. Be nubbing. I'm nubbing you, baby.
So Gil knows this about me and how I feel, about me and, been around me and Johnny. He knew we are dear friends, so he should not act surprised by this. Just like he knew we were all in Mexico together since he was originally going to come with us.
Why he didn't go? Work.
Originally, I wonder, was this before or after they made the decision that, we're going to divorce? Now, this was probably before.
Well, even if it was before, they were still having issues and Gil wasn't happy and she wasn't happy. Why would you go to Mexico? You know what I'm saying? But she still went and she hung out with her boy Johnny.
Took pictures.
And, we admit there was a coincidence. That's what I understand. Okay, let's go back. Did she not say it was a coincidence they was there together because he was at a wedding and she had to go somewhere with a birthday party for a friend? It just so happening that they was there together. But here, it was a planned trip, right?
That would sound like. So, just like we knew we were all in Mexico together since he was originally going to come with us. Okay, Brett, Johnny, Zach, Rachel, and I built a strong friendship soon after filming on the volleyball court. And this is how we all grew close. Gil attended some of those games as well in early May. Next question. What is your relationship with Johnny now? Johnny and I are best friends and we continue to be. Next question. Gil is one of the most beloved grooms in Season 13 of Married at First Sight. Were you prepared for the social media fallout since the airing of the reunion, and what was that experience been like for you? She's saying, I don't care nothing about y'all. I was prepared, and the experience was fine. I knew who I am, I know who I am, and I know my truth. People's words are just that, words. My life experience have taught me grit as well as perseverance. It's going to take a lot more to bring me down than this. I will continue to be blessed.
She said,
wait a minute, that be blessed, there was some black in her right there, but said be blessed, because we would cuss you out, say be blessed, have a blessed day.
Yeah, she talking all that noise now. Like I said, I don't wish no ill will on nobody, and I hope she does be blessed, okay, and continue to be blessed. But regardless to the point, how she handled the situation was dead wrong, in my opinion, okay. Bottom line, decision day, she should have said no. Now, all of this would have been a non-issue. That's all I'm going to say about that.
Last question. You express you are thankful for the journey and growth this experience brought you. Looking back, how have you grown and what lessons have you learned to take forward? I've learned that attraction can grow, but it can also leave pretty quickly. I've also learned that my deal breakers truly are what my deal breakers truly are, and I'm solidified in what I want in a future partner. So, baby, she know now I financial.
She need a Rockefeller.
I thought I was tough before this experience, but I can confidently say that now I'm unbreakable. Hey, glory.
Well, first of all, everybody has a breaking limit. Please, you're saying.
She said she unbreakable.
Well, a lot of people say they're unbreakable. Everybody has a breaking point. Some breaking points are higher than others. Okay, let's keep it real. You know what I'm saying?
This chair that keeps squeaking. It got
a
breaking point.
It's on the breaking point because you are maxing out the breaking point. That's why it's at the breaking point and all that weight in it. Anywho.
When you want to say something, you act like you chewing on something.
But anyway, I just hope things work out for Gil. I hope things work out for Mirla. And more power to him.
I could say for me, I didn't get much out of this interview because she gave us a little but not a lot.
Yeah,
she gave us a little but not a lot. And so, because we want to know what happened, what was the disrespect and all that stuff or whatever. Was it everything just centered around money? The disrespect, was he sending his money to his mom, and you felt like that's you can't. That's not gonna work.
And some people do have issues with that. They really do. Why are you sending money to your parents? Then you could be sending, saving the money and using it for the household.
Right.
And that could have been an issue for her. You know what I'm saying?
And that's one thing when you go on Married at First Sight. Some things and traditions are already set in place, and people not finna just do that. But when you're dating, you have the chance to say, you know what, I don't want to be with somebody that's still taking care of their mama. Right. Or I don't want to be with somebody that don't want me to take care of my mama. So you have those things, and
good point.
you know, it's some things that we even talk about before we got married, the situation that we had to say, hey, is this going to be a deal breaker? Because I'm doing this, this, and this. And that at that moment, you have to say, well, you know what? This is not going to work because I'm really going to have a problem with that. You know?
And maybe she found out after they got married that he was sending money to his mom.
I thought y'all said it in the community. He said it on the video.
He did. And maybe he told, in the confession he did, but she probably didn't know. And then when she found out, and depending on how much money he was sending to his mom, she probably didn't like that. You know what I'm saying?
She's like, you already ain't got much savings.
Right.
You already ain't got no investments. You already ain't got this. At least I pay off all my bills. Maybe you ain't got, you know what I'm saying?
And maybe that's where the dishonest part came in, that maybe he finally told her and she was like blindsided about that. Wow, you should have told me that before. And,
you already just got by this much.
Right, now you ain't got nothing.
Now you ain't
got
nothing. You know why
you ain't got nothing? Because you broke.
According to Mirla, not us.
Now to me, I think the dude's doing pretty well. Yeah. You know, he ain't broke, but he probably not rich.
Yeah.
But to Mirla and her, he broke.
And see, the fact, too, that she was like, I encouraged him. I'm glad he's still doing therapy. You know what I'm saying? To me, that part didn't have to be out there because we saw it on the show, but still to put that out there that, oh, we got therapy together, honey. I was good. I ain't needed
no more. She was good. Look how she was acting. She was good, man.
Sometimes people be putting on the front. You know what I'm saying? To say that, oh, I'm not concerned about social media.
Now that part, I think she's fronting.
Because, you know what I'm saying? People, you know, we grew up with that little nursery rhyme, sticks and stones may hurt my bones, but words I never heard. That is a lie.
The word hurt, man.
There's some people still going around some word hurt trauma, honey, from their childhood that they can't even get past. So, yeah, words do hurt.
And like you said, I agree with you on that. I really think the social media thing probably do affect her. Oh, yeah. She's not leading on because she's trying to play that image like I'm big and bad. But when she broke old Gil, she was good.
Yeah, she was good, but on social media, she was not.
Because she didn't want the backlash. She didn't like the backlash. She thought, you know.
What? No, I'm saying, you said when she broke up with Gil, she was good. But I'm just saying on social media, I'm not talking about her person. I'm just saying she was not. She just seemed like the big bad wolf. You know what I'm saying?
Could be.
And then, you know, like, I know y'all probably don't watch the other show, but the other show we watched, and when that girl said that social media, you know, people talk about it, she said she almost in a sense made one her drop off a bridge, jump off a bridge.
Some of y'all gonna be ruthless, man. Some of y'all gonna be cutthroat,
so low
down, mean, just savage. And I got a lot of more adjectives I can tell you for y'all mean people, man.
Yeah, but even in that, you know what I'm saying, it's a way that you can express your opinion without being malicious to a person. You know what I'm saying?
You know, you can say something, you know, in a nice way, but get your point across at the same time. Yep. You know, you don't have to show your meanness.
All right, you guys, on that note, let us know what y'all thought. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to put the link to this article in the description or pin it to the, the comment section so you guys can watch it. And let us know what you think. So, what you doing? So, don't forget to go with God and let God go with you.
And go with God and go with you. Oh, and I always put God first.
See you guys on the next video. Deuces.